Their Fated Travels. Chapter 18. Digging Up the Truth. Extract from the Diary of Maestro, Day 42.
What a right bloody mess this is! Not only am I involved with yet another priest, but now I have to break into a temple, as if breaking into the Grand Hall of Ulrich's temple wasn't bad enough. If we have to deal with another manifestation of chaos at the end of this, I will actually believe that the church is just another one of the ways they lure you into the path of evil. I have my suspicions anyway.
Extract from the Diary of Dieter. It seems as if I have made a very good impression upon the guildmaster, the hairy-footed scoundrel that he is. He seems to think that I have potential. Ha! Not that I need him to tell me that. In fact, he told me of the secondary mission while we are to infiltrate the temple. While the others steal several artifacts from the vaults, I'm to assassinate the temple's high priest, to which I do not see the point, as I have no reason to kill this person. Well, maybe none other than he is a religious zealot. I dislike them almost as much as halflings, and all we seem to do as a group is kill anyway. So much blood on my hands, like always. So many bodies, like always. Death. Extract from the Diary of Rysandria, Day 43. I feel like the thieves' eyes are always watching us. It's unnerving, to say the least. This next week cannot go fast enough for me. Tordrad also seems uneasy here. Perhaps he is expecting a dagger in his back at any moment. I've noticed it before, the way he holds himself, trying to find places where they might take him by surprise. It's almost as if he's been in the position of a bodyguard for a very long time. I wonder whose employ he was under before he came to the Empire. However, the language barrier makes it hard to ask about such things. Extract from the Diary of Tordrad, Day 44.
Cowards who strike from shadows, cannot stand them. I have urged to do something. Can't stand around doing nothing for whole week. Wizard seems distressed. Say something about vision. Perhaps he need new spectacles. Too many spectacles as is. Has me carry them in sack for him. Spectacles for everything. Idiot enough to think they all work. Perhaps idiot enough to be right.
Extract from the Diary of Maestro.
I decided to perform an omen spell in hopes of finding out some information about our current situation. There's always a chance of this spell backfiring and showing me false information. I have a feeling that this is one of those times, as my vision showed me on my back, having my face licked by a dog. I could not tell if it was Olga, as it was a bloody great big tongue in the way. Great big lickety-spiddly thing. Anyway, the next thing I saw still has me a little bit worried. It was a vision of Tordrad, and he was in a chaos armour. The colour and symbols upon it signified corn. If it holds true, it is possible we may have just dressed our Kislevite companion in that armour in an attempt to infiltrate a cult. But I might just have to keep an eye on him to be safe. Even if it's not true, it could still hide some underlying other matter. You never fully know with the winds of magic, the blue wind of Asia especially.
Extract from the Diary of Tobias, Day 45.
I found a map of the entire compound, which I handed to Dieter this morning. Hopefully he'll make good use of it, as I cannot read the words upon it. It is possible that this is the thieves' tongue I have heard about. Tordrad uses something similar called battle tongue, a mix of common used words and hand signs. When written, however, there are some odd symbols interwoven with the words that make it even harder to understand. What's even more odd is that it was in my own handwriting. But surely that couldn't be the case.
Extract from the Diary of Dieter. This map is of little use as I cannot read it. However, it does give a good idea of the layout of this place. I doubt we can just walk out of here unnoticed. Too many people here are watching us, looking for the moment to strike. I feel even more uneasy with so many eyes watching me. I wouldn't be surprised if Reynold is in on this with more now. Extract from the Diary of Maestro, Day 46.
We've been cooped up here for 5 days now. I've had no chance to study the stars and hopefully divide a way out of this bloody mess, although Dieter tells me that based on what he saw of the tunnel in that house before, it is quite possible that either tonight or tomorrow night they might execute their plan. About time too. There's only a certain amount of times I can read the same book, even if it's the one I'm writing.
Extract from the Diary of Tobias.
Dieter had instructed me to thin out the numbers in this guild every night. I could see the need for this. Easier said than done, as people may notice a missing member of their organization quite easily, and taking out several people a day will definitely be noticed.
Extract from the Diary of Rysandria, Day 47. Tomorrow night is when we are to make our way to the dig site. Although we already know where it is, we had agreed not to mention this, as it could get us in serious trouble and possibly having to fight our way out of here. Extract from the Diary of Dieter, Day 48. Tonight's the night. The 4 of us are heading out, and we are being accompanied by 4 other guild members. I know we're not completely trusted by the guildmaster, and these fellows will probably be watching our every move from here on out, and I wouldn't put it past them to put a dagger in our backs and leave us for the watch to deal with. Extract from the Diary of Tobias.
I was able to get the keys to both Tristran's cell and the armory. Perhaps I can borrow some of their equipment. I think the last key on this bunch leads to a possible treasury. After the Varenian warrior priest completes his arrests here, I will relieve them of their excess money. They'll never notice it gone, I'm sure.
Extract from the Diary of Tordrad.
We broke into temple from below. Not the best idea wizard has had, but I recognize look in his eyes. He has plan. This make me worried, as wizards' plans blow up like poorly cared for Streltsy handgun, and those who do that are not considered worthy of their weapons. Hopefully he won't need to use plan.
Extract from the Diary of Maestro.
We've split up into 2 groups. Myself, Rysandria, Tordrad, and 3 of our guides are going to steal some items from the reliquary, whilst Dieter and the last remaining guide are going off to perform some other task. As we entered the great hall, I decided it was time to throw my plan into action.
Maestro stopped walking and leaned on his staff for support. He began to shake, initiating his fake dramatic purpose.
There is something else here! Something evil that wants us gone from this place!
Warbled the wizard, fear in his voice as he tried not to appear to fall further to the floor by gripping his staff even tighter. The 3 thieves with them looked at one another and wondered what he was talking about as Maestro suddenly shot back up, a hand held out in front of him, and he was chanting words to a spell and his eyes were glowing with etheric energy. To the thieves who knew little of magic, they thought he was being possessed by something. Tordrad knew otherwise as he bent down slightly and swept Rysandria up and onto his shoulder, dashing as quickly as he could to get them out of whatever crazy spell Maestro was about to cast. If one were to have looked directly at Rysandria's face at that moment in time, they would have seen her blush from the sudden close contact and the way she was being carried. Extract from the Diary of Rysandria. Tordrad surprised me with his sudden actions today, although I cannot blame him for what he did, as he was just trying to get me out of harm's way. I should not have reacted as I did, however. It just goes to prove that I need to focus more on my training.